The Samsung Galaxy Ring is a pretty neat concept, and I think they did a lot of things right. Apparently, they sold out. So, if you're looking to get one, you might have to look somewhere other than Samsung, because if you try to get one online right now as the making of this video, yeah, they'll put you on a wait list, like a notify list. But hey, if you're in the market, I've got an affiliate link in the description, but probably need to go to Best Buy or somewhere else, which was where I had to end up buying mine from. So the Ring itself, interesting. I've been interested in this concept for a long time. Why? I don't like wearing watches all that much. I know I have them on often because I have expensive watches that I'm not just going to sit around and let do nothing. But there are things about having a smart ring that are appealing, especially to people who don't like watches. Like best friend of mine absolutely hates watches, refuses to wear one. So there are nice things you can get with the smart benefits and the health benefits of wearing like a watch or a ring that can, help out with tracking certain things. And the Galaxy Ring does just that. So it tracks your sleeping, it tracks your heart rate, it tracks also for women the body temperature sensor for the menstrual cycle stuff. It does smart tracking for your activities. It'll automatically start tracking your workouts, and all that stuff's pretty cool. And it has up to 7 days of battery life. So that battery life, I do want to talk about, because I talked with the Samsung rep whenever I was looking at this. I saw it hands-on, got to mess around with it some a few days ago, and there's a smaller battery and a smaller ring and a bigger battery and the bigger ring. I mean, that makes sense, right? Well, typically though, whenever you have a smaller battery, big battery situation, it's something that might change how the watch works, or it might change how the phone works, or whatever. With the ring, you're going to get a little bit extra battery life, but you're not going to have that extra taxing factor like when you have an iPhone or you have a Samsung phone. Like the smaller phone has the same chip but a smaller battery, so the battery life doesn't last as long. Well, you have that screen on the front that eats up power and things like that. Well, depending on how much activity you do will also impact the battery life. And with the Ring, there's no screen. There's no always on display. There's none of that stuff. So what it does is pretty limited to your physical activity. If you sit around like me most of the time, it's probably going to last longer than somebody who goes out and runs 5 miles a day. And that's just because of all the tracking mechanisms and things like that. But again, smaller ring, smaller battery, bigger ring, bigger battery, but they perform the same tasks. So you will get an extra boost. The Samsung rep said maybe half a day, maybe up to a day out of the larger models. There's 9 different sizes. And here's what the sizing kit looks like. So you can order the sizing kit. It's $10. If you order the sizing kit and then you order the ring, you get $10 off the ring, and you get to keep the sizing kit anyway. So basically, it effectively makes the sizing kit free. But yeah, you got to buy that up front if you want to get an accurate measurement. Now, just for my own personal testing, and I know I've gained some weight since I got married, but I was a 9 right here on this finger, on my ring finger, and then I was like a 9 3/4, closer to 10 on my right. And that's something you'll run into a lot with your predominant hand. So if you're left-handed, your ring finger is almost certainly going to be larger than the ring finger on your right, and vice versa. If you're right-handed, your ring finger on your right hand is going to be larger than the one on your left. So depends on which hand you want to wear it on and which finger you want to wear it on. Now, what they've told us is that the ring is designed to be worn on the index finger. Why? Because apparently that's the most natural for doing a tapping motion or a tapping gesture. What does a tapping gesture do, you might ask? Well, I'm glad you asked. So it can do 2 different features. And if you have your camera app open and the ring paired, you can tap your finger and it will act as a remote shutter, so you can take pictures. That's pretty cool. I like that feature. And also, you can dismiss an alarm. So if your alarm's going off, you got your ring on, you're brushing your teeth or whatever, you can tap your fingers and dismiss the alarm. I'm hoping that more applications are added onto this later, because that seems like a neat gesture they built in that could be very useful other places or within other apps. So I hope that's something that they build out more as we get there. But as far as what it can do, though, I think that it's enough. Now, it's $399, and that's not a small pill to swallow, and there's not really a difference. Like if you get the size 5, it's $399. If you get the size 13, it's $399. So you go 5 through 13. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep, 9 sizes. Sorry, I had to use my fingers. It's public math. So you can do that. There's 3 different colors. There's a black color, a silver color, and a gold color. I kind of like the gold color. I'm kind of a traditional person myself when it comes to rings. I don't ever wear mine. I haven't worn mine in probably years since the pandemic started, but my wife is okay because I have her as a picture on my watch, so it's kind of like the same thing. I actually think it works better. I honestly thought about making a video about it some time ago because, you know, you wear a ring to show a sign of commitment and that you're married and things like that. And I think a visual representation probably works just as well, if not better. And I don't like to wear rings all that much. I don't like to wear watches that much. I don't like anything that's constricting or tight on my body. So it just kind of irks me wearing things like that. I've gotten used to a watch because I've worn watches my whole life. And I wore my ring for a long time too. But this is something I'm interested in trying out again and wearing this. And I will wear it on my ring finger. But the thing is, though, there's another reason I have to wear it on my ring finger. The sizes are not very big. So a 12 or 13, I had to use the 12 or the 13 just to get on my index finger. Like I've got some chunky index fingers and I don't even have big hands. Like I don't have big hands at all. So I know some folks that have pretty big ring fingers. So if you're rocking like a 10, 11, 12, 13 on your ring finger, you're probably going to be out of luck when it comes to your index finger, which is traditionally larger. But hey, some people have smaller index fingers, and that's why it's important to go ahead and get the sizing kit to make sure you get the right one. But yeah, you may not be able to wear one on your index finger. So the one that fit most comfortably for me, even though I'm normally a 9, a little over a 9 on this hand, is the 10 in the Galaxy ring. So I think maybe it's about probably half a size to a size up over what your normal ring size is. But don't quote me and make a purchasing decision on that. Definitely get the sizing kit. And you may have some time because, like I said at the beginning of the video, the Samsung ring, the Galaxy ring is sold out. You can't get one on Samsung right now. I had to get mine through Best Buy. Best Buy sells by individual sizes there as well, so I'm sure some of those will sell out also. But it seems like they didn't make a whole ton of them. And then one other neat thing, it gives you like this overall health score and energy score, but it's neat though because it works in tandem with the watch. So if you have the watch and you have the ring and you wear both of them, it actually gives you 30% extra battery life on your ring because instead of your ring doing all the heavy lifting for the heart rate and the sleep tracking and all that stuff, the temperature detection, it also does that with the watch. So they can kind of bounce off each other and not only save on the battery load, but also give you a more accurate reading, even when it comes to workouts and things like that. So that's cool. It would be nice if it had NFC. Like I really wish we had NFC with the ring and you could just tap it. Maybe a future iteration will get that. I don't think that it required that much battery because you're only using it when it's enabled. So that would be nice. But no, there's no NFC with the ring. The charging case is pretty neat. It gives you an extra charge and a half. So what the Samsung rep told me is it gives you about 10 days of charge. So you get the 7 days on the ring and then you can recharge it with the case an extra time and a half. So basically, if you need to travel somewhere, go out of town, whatever, you're good for like basically 2 weeks or over 2 weeks, actually 17 days, about 20 days worth on one charge of that case while the ring isn't charged as well. So I think that's pretty fair. And there's also no subscription. I don't think one's going to be added. I didn't see anything in the asterisks at the bottom of the product page, but who knows? I'll have to double check that later. But yeah, there's no subscription. So it is a little bit more expensive than some of the other ones like the Oura Ring and a couple other ones that we've seen, but there's no monthly subscription. You get these AI features that works with your Samsung stuff. You get the little feature with the tapping, which I'm sure they're going to add more features to later. And I think it's pretty comfortable. I wore it for a little while. I tested it out. I like the colors. Again, I like the gold. The black one is pretty cool too, but there's the 3 different colors, so it suits your individual fancy. I don't know how much women are going to like them, not to discriminate, but it's not the most girly or most dainty or thin ring at all. So it's one of those things where it might feel a little bit more bulky than jewelry that you're conventionally used to wearing, but that may stack up just fine if you're used to wearing like an Oura Ring or something like that. Just a little public service announcement to throw out there. But overall, I'm looking forward to when mine gets here. Samsung didn't send it to me. It's something that I have bought on my own. And it's interesting because I made a video yesterday talking about the Galaxy Buds. I'm like, oh yeah, Samsung sent these to me. The first thing Samsung sent me in forever. But because Samsung sent me a ring, apparently I'm not credible and you can't believe what I say because I'm just a spokesman for Samsung. Anyway, just throwing that out there because I think it's ridiculous. It's okay if I spend $40,000 a year buying phones and review those, but heaven forbid I get one set of earbuds that was going to cost me $100. So yeah. Anyway, I just thought that was interesting. Some people and their thought processes. But hopefully, if you've been following the channel long enough, you believe and follow what I say and think that I'm a trustworthy source because that's what I pride myself on being, honest and trustworthy and straightforward and to the point about these things. So That's pretty much all I got in this video. I'm interested in the ring. I can't wait till mine gets here. I'm sure my wife can't wait too, because I don't have a ring and I don't have her face on my watch. So I'll be doubly loaded for bear, because she doesn't want anyone to steal me. So anyway, that's all I've got. If you have any questions or comments, please go to the comment section. I'll do my best to get back with you. If you enjoy the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching. I'll see you guys next time.